The hardest part about leaving is the kids. I haven't seen them. I text Robyn and I'm like, hey, let's get together. I don't know why it's been hard.
Meri tells on Robyn again. Last time, she ratted her out for not being as good of a friend as she espoused to be.
Robyn hasn't reached out a lot.
This time, she's revealed Robyn, who has spent the last several seasons screaming at the top of her lungs, all I ever wanted was the plural family.
I wanted to sit on a porch.
My sisterwives.
Actually, just wants to live a monogamous life. She refuses to bring her kids to any family event, and also, according to Meri,
Honestly, it's like pulling teeth to be able to see the kids.
how did the younger kids react when Meri told them she was moving away permanently? And what about Ysabel seeing her mom move on so fast with a guy she barely knows?
I can't replace Dad. I'm worried that my relationship with my father will not exist anymore.
At first, I thought they were kind of exaggerating this for a storyline, but Ysabel really pulls at the heartstrings this episode. Let's jump into the mess with TLC's most famous family and the aftermath of its utter destruction. When we last left off with Christine and David, they were looking for houses to buy. And this week, we find out they actually did buy a house together, and they're actually moving into it.
Look at your kitchen.
I know.
Holy crap, that's incredible.
Okay, I do not see 3 stoves. I see 2 ovens and 1 stove. David wanders off to take measurements for the jacuzzi or something, and they use this as an opportunity for Christine and Ysabel to have a heart-to-heart. Ysabel confesses to her mom that, yes, it is a little weird.
That's odd.
The odd thing for you is the speed of it.
Yeah, they're going extremely fast.
Then we get this dramatic shot of the 2 of them standing on the back deck with these beautiful white Utah mountains in the background. And Isabel's like, you're not gonna let David replace Dad, right? Christine immediately, no one is going to replace your father. And I'm like, oh, whew, what a relief. Whew, she handled that perfectly. And then...
If you need a dad figure or a father figure, he'll be whatever you need.
No, Christine, you should have just stopped at no one will replace your dad. Ysabel's over 18. She's out of the house. He's not gonna be taking her to the daddy-daughter dance because Kody can't make it. This isn't Full House, okay?
Yeah, I can't replace Dad because he's not trying to, right?
Christine is kind of in her own world here. She's not taking the social cues. Ysabel's practically breaking down in tears in front of her, begging her, please don't try to replace my father. And Christine is like, oh, never. But he is going to be the greatest stepdad you've ever had.
He'd be a great stepdad.
I agree.
David coming in, all that does is someone else to love.
Then, poor Ysabel. This girl has been through so much. Her health problems have often been used as a storyline on this show. Particularly the spinal surgery has become a never-ending storyline because it is one of the biggest pieces of evidence that points to Kody being an absentee father to his non-Robyn kids. He, of course, famously chose not to even visit her in the hospital when she was having this life-threatening surgery.
David, he comes off as a very present dad, with his children. I mean, how lovely would that be?
Oh my God, this is horrible. Kody, call your damn child.
We're in David's razor in Moab, and David just basically says it's like Disneyland.
She does bit. I don't know why I bite.
David is actually going to propose to Christine the day after they move into this house together. And Christine just immediately slams all of her valuables onto the Moab desert rock face after he pops the question.
Would you like to marry me?
Oh, God.
Could somebody get that man an e-pad, please? Or David.
Yes.
Ah, yes! Is this what I think it is? Is this coming? I can do this. Yes. Wait, no, I'm gonna let you ask it. Okay. Whew. I'm sorry. Whew. I will. No, I'm sorry. Please ask the question. Oh, he hasn't even got on his knees yet. Okay.
We're getting married!
We're getting married! Who would have thought? This is such a surprise. Now, Meri's big meetup with Kody, Robyn, and the kids is coming. But first, we are going to get a random Meri, Jen, and Blair painting at the B&B scene. And Lord knows where this falls in the timeline. I guess the editors know. That we know. That none of this is sequential. But we're here with Jen and Blair. I guess they're painting the room that Meri's gonna move into. Blair and Jen know their role well. They are there to be Meri's laughing chorus.
I'm gonna put a single bed right there for me. Done. That worked.
It would be really cozy, and it's not like you're sharing a bed with anybody.
I'm gonna sleep on the island in the carriage house. If it gets too cold, I'll just jump into the pile of hoodies. Like a lot of Meri's riotous laughter, it's fun, but it's also to cover the pain.
I don't remember the last time I got to a location where somebody checked in on me and was like, hey, did you get there safe? And that's really sad for me.
Oh, Meri.
I think especially since we moved to Flagstaff for me have been really confusing years. When we left Vegas, he would say things to me like, this is going to be great for us. This will be a new chance in our relationship and we'll just start new. And then we got to Flagstaff and then he would stay away for a really long time. I wouldn't hear from him.
Meri's basically describing the process Kody used to convince her to move to Flagstaff.
I think that's called leading you on.
Thank you, Blair. Meri actually reveals that Kody explicitly gave her a number. I don't believe him. I think it was way longer than this, but he explicitly told her that he knew for 2 years before telling her that it was over.
It would have been cool if he would have just talked to me about it instead of the mixed messages that I kept getting.
Let's see, all right. 1, can't stand to be around you message, to make sure I don't have to be around her. And 1, maybe, perhaps someday, I will stand to be around you message to keep the money coming in.
He asked me for some specific things. He had this list of things that he wanted me to do.
He had a list? Number 1, 5 hair power packs for hair loss. The full pack, don't cheap out on me. Okay. 2, a monster truck. Wes from The Challenge told me they were awesome. 3, the original Sonny and Cher first album Look At Us, signed and framed. And framed again, double framed by my double divorced wife. Then I'd like 5 prints of it made.
And once I completed that list, he was done. I recognize now that he was like, there's no other thing that I can use as an excuse of why I'm not working on this marriage with her.
Wow. Also, remember he did this exact same thing with Christine? I won't be attracted to you unless you're nicer to Robyn. Only, it's much sadder with Meri, because Meri did the list. They go to Kody for a response.
What ended up happening is it's just never a fertile bed for love to grow.
Meri would invite me over, and I'd say, well, did you make the bed fertile for me? How much money is on the bed? Also, I'm still waiting on you to dye your hair brown and make your face square-shaped like I told you. Have you been practicing in the mirror, your square face? I don't even feel like you've been practicing. Meri mentions to Jen and Blair that she's been single for like a month, to which Jen is like, what the is this bitch talking about?
Or 10 years.
I'm deep in denial, Jen. I need you to pull me out of denial. Pull me out of denial, Jen. Please pull me out of denial. We are going to find out the extent of the distance between Meri and Robyn's kids when she walks on over from the B&B, right over that Utah-Arizona border, through the snow and into Kody and Robyn's house to have what I thought might be the final breakup conversation. But no, we've already seen the previews for next week, and Kody's having a meltdown.
We had something special.
He's sobbing.
I've had your TLC paycheck for 13 years. I can't believe it's walking out on me like this.
Meri, hi! How's it going?
Honestly, I found the kids' reaction to Meri very heartwarming. And then they go to confessional, and she's like, yeah, these kids don't know me. Saul actually called me Terry. I was like, bro.
And at the same time, I haven't seen him much over the past few years.
But it's not just that they haven't seen her. Meri lets us know.
Honestly, I feel like it's like pulling teeth to be able to see the kids.
She goes on to describe texting Robyn over and over again and just never being able to get her to set anything up, which makes me angry. Because Robyn's entire storyline the last 2 seasons has been how badly she wants the plural family lifestyle. Well, there you go, Robyn. You had Meri waiting in the wings for 2 years, doing nothing, asking to get time with your kids over and over again, and she just didn't quite make the priority list, did she, Robyn? Annoyingly, production, of course, doesn't ask Robyn about this. Christine has to answer tough questions I frankly don't give a damn about, since she already married David. But every week it's like, Christine, how do you feel about possibly destroying your children's lives by marrying this man too fast? But with Robyn, they get her on the couch and it's like, so how great of a sister wife were you? What are your grievances against this family? Tell us how hard it's been being Kody's favorite for 14 years. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Robyn. Oh, sweet baby Robyn. They do ask Meri.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's been hard.
Robyn has no space in her life for actually living a plural marriage. We know this because we quite literally watched her hog Kody for the last 14 years. If you're running a hippie compound and every night you get 20 pieces of tofu to eat and everybody else on the compound gets 2 pieces of tofu to eat, well then you're not really invested in your hippie ideals, are you? You're just a cult leader who eats a lot of tofu. Robyn being okay with her getting more resources, getting more of Kody's time, was her not wanting to live a plural family lifestyle. Because if she did, she would have foreseen, oh, this isn't gonna work long term, is it? He's gonna have to be equal with us for things to be copacetic. Instead, she got mad at them, at the OGs and their kids, for asking for more equal time and resources. Robyn is busted. Everything she says is smoke and mirrors because she knows it looks really bad that he's going on camera every week saying he never knew what love was until Robyn came into his life. It makes it look like he ran off with the mistress.
This whole thing with the family has been very hard. The whole thing with Meri has been very hard.
Really? Nothing about your life is changing. You never see any of the other women or their children. Meri tells them, I'm leaving in a couple weeks, and Kody...
Why so early?
Why so early? Why don't you leave your TLC paycheck with me and Robyn, and then we'll touch base again in 10 years. What do you think of that? Meri echoes my sentiment, and they actually find and play the clip of Kody going, there's the door, Shannon Bador.
Meri, I have a very difficult time visualizing us as a family. It makes me wonder if people who've been unhappy for so many years couldn't just leave.
Robyn joins in.
Tell me June or July.
Yeah.
I kept hearing June or July.
What does it matter, Robyn? Either way, she's not gonna be hanging out at your place. Meri's like, yeah, you obviously don't listen to I say, because why would I leave in July if my lease is up in June? Anyways, and they zoom in on Robyn's face.
And I just want to get it done before that. Anyways.
This is the best part of the whole episode for me. Robyn's confused face. Like, what?
I just wondered if you'd be willing to help me load some stuff, and then would you be interested in driving a truck?
Will you do me the honor of shooting one last moving scene together, Kody? Cody's immediately like, yes, I will, which makes me think production forced him to do this.
Just call up my severance package.
Don't ask me to fill a feedback form out. Wouldn't have a lot of good feedback.
What?
Watch out. I might sue you for unpaid wages. No, I might sue you, though.
Movement, they say, even if it's the wrong move, always feels better than just being stagnant waiting.
All right, that's enough quotes from Raccoon Eyes over there. When I tell you Meri presses Kody down in confessional, and it feels good.
He didn't have the integrity, the courage to actually sit down with me and have a conversation to say this is not going to work. It was him trying to push me away so I would be the one to leave so that he could say, see, I didn't do anything. She's the one who left.
Kody actually halfway owns this.
I dragged it out a little bit long because Robyn was like, it's not right for you to break this off.
He throws his precious Robyn under the bus, but he thinks he's complimenting her because it's like, oh my gosh, that's how much Robyn wanted plural marriage, that she forced me to string Meri along. That's not how I see it, Kody and Robyn. Now, I see it as a woman who, for a very long time now, has denied having influence or being able to manipulate her husband. And Kody is spelling it out plain as day here. I strung Meri along for Robyn. Then they bring the kids out, and Meri doesn't so much inform them she's moving as she hires them to be a part of her moving team.
Will you come help me to move all my stuff out of my house?
Wait, so I have to be sad and help somebody move? On the way out of this episode, for good measure and heck, for good times, Robyn accuses the OGs of being bad sister wives.
I mean, I've definitely felt like some of my sister wives haven't had my back. Definitely felt like there was a campaign against me, kind of a thing.
There was a campaign against me. What is going on with Robyn's accent? Robyn, he literally went on national television and said he never loved any of them and constantly obsesses over you. How is it possible you are the victim here? How? Somebody, please explain this to me. You know who the #1 campaigner against you was? Besides the fans, Kody! Kody! He told them, if you don't like my favoritism of Robyn, there's the door, Shannon Bedore. And they left. And now I'm supposed to be like, oh, poor Robyn. Poor Robyn.
What the heck? Like, no, this was not the way it was supposed to go.
I've never felt less sorry for Robyn than after what the heck, and probably for the 18th time again, this was not the way it was supposed to go. We already know how you wanted it to go, Robyn. You wanted them to hang around in the background while he favored you and your kids, and they all went, eat my butthole. Now all you do is whine about it while putting the least amount of effort into your reality TV career. Okay. On that note, we are more than likely over halfway through the season, not including what I assume is 9 to 14 potential tell-all bonus type episodes. So what is your opinion of the season so far? Are you excited to watch the second half? I'm worried. Worried that it's all gonna be downhill from here. Well, make sure you are subscribed. I am Amanda, and I will see you back here on my channel in my next video.